Hello all, very good morning. In today's topic, we'll discuss regarding the disease condition stroke. So mainly I'll be dealing regarding the community nursing related aspect of this disease stroke. I'm not going to touch any pathophysiology, just we'll discuss regarding the stroke and its prevention and its control. So coming to the topic stroke here. So stroke, it is a condition which is mainly resulting in the blockage of blood vessels or bleeding in the brain. So whenever a person's brain blood supply is occluded with a clot, or where there is block in the brain blood supply, and whenever there is a bleeding manifestation present in the brain, it is leading to the condition which is called as stroke. So what are all the signs of stroke? Means the signs of stroke include sudden severe headache, weakness will be there, numbness will be there, and you will experience the vision problems, you will experience the confusion, you will have trouble walking or trouble talking, dizziness you can observe, and slurred speech will be there. So these are all the symptoms which are included in the stroke condition. Coming to the types of stroke here. So what are all the types of strokes? Means we have two types of strokes here. We have ischemic stroke and we have hemorrhagic stroke. So as you can observe in the picture here, this ischemic stroke. What is ischemia? So due to the lack of blood supply, a part of the body or a part of tissue is becoming bluish in discoloration due to the lack of oxygen there. So here during the ischemic stroke, when a thrombus is occluding the brain arteries, there it is resulting in the blockage of blood, and you can observe the anoxia because there is absence of the oxygen in the blood which is present over there. So it is leading to the stroke condition called as ischemic stroke. So ischemic stroke, it is mainly occurring due to the blockage of the arteries. Coming to the hemorrhagic stroke, in the hemorrhagic stroke there is a rupture of blood vessel. So rupture of blood vessel is leading to the bleeding in the brain, and which is resulting in the condition called as hemorrhagic stroke. So we have ischemic stroke and we have hemorrhagic stroke here. So if you see the condition stroke, it is a worldwide health problem because it is contributing in the developing countries as well as in the developed countries. You can observe the morbidity, you can observe the mortality, and even you can observe the disability because of the stroke. So since it is damaging the brain, so there will be disability which is observed in the stroke affected person. And if you see here, according to the WHO, stroke is a rapidly developed clinical signs of focal disturbance of cerebral function. So whenever there is a stroke, it is mainly resulting in the cerebral disturbance of the cerebral function, and it is the stroke, it is lasting more than hours, or even sometimes it is leading to death. And the origin of the stroke, why the stroke is appearing, means mainly due to the vascular origin. The vascular origin means mainly the blood supply, due to the lack of blood supply or due to the disturbances which had occurred in the brain blood supply, it is leading to the disease condition called as stroke. And if you see the 28 threshold in definition, they have excluded the transient ischemic attack. Why? Because this transient ischemic attack, it was a minor symptom of the stroke which occurs before the appearance of stroke. If you want, you can Google it and you can study, or even you can refer textbooks like K. Park and Neelam Kumari and Kamalaji. So coming to the stroke condition here, it is, as I said, it is one of the leading cause for death, and it is one of the leading cause for disability throughout the world. So if you see the world collaborative studies, they have shown that a person who is experiencing the stroke, within 1/3 of the persons, these patients are dying within 3 weeks. So stroke is preceded by, means why this stroke is coming means mainly the risk factors are related to the cardiovascular system. So when a person is having hypertension, or when a person is experiencing this ventricular hypertrophy, where there is cardiac dilatation, and where there is diabetes, where there is obesity, smoking, glucose intolerance, and use of oral contraceptives, and etc., means other remaining factors. These are some of the risk factors which are resulting in the which are resulting in the condition stroke. So yearly, so people suffer from this hypertension, which is like chronic disease, and they will suffer like diabetes, which is also a chronic disease. It will stay for lifetime. And obesity, where the cholesterol levels, the lipid levels are highly increasing, and they are occluding in the arteries, which is leading to the atherosclerosis. So all these things are the major risk factors for the appearance of a stroke in an healthy or in an individual. So what are the factors here? So coming to the factors here, if you see stroke, it can occur at any age. It is occurring at any age. And if you see in the country India, the 1/5 means in the 1/5 of the population, the stroke where the persons are experiencing the stroke means below 48 years person are experiencing the stroke. And if you see in India, in the gender base, here males are affected more compared to the females. And you can observe the stroke where there are cardiovascular diseases like hypertension and cardiovascular hypertrophy, as we have seen earlier, cardiac dilatation. So all these conditions along with the diabetes, these are some of the risk factors which were precipitating, which were leading to the condition called as stroke. So how you can spot the stroke here? How you can spot means there is a synonym called as FAST. What is this FAST means? F stands for face, A stands for arm, and this S stands for speech, and T stands for time. So what is this phase? Whenever you observe a patient who is having this stroke if you see a person who is having a stroke, so during stroke here, every minute is counting. Why? Because the more the lack of blood supply to the brain, the more the damage to the brain. See, unlike if you see the brain, the neurons, unlike the other tissue cells which are present in the body, the neurons are having very low regenerative capacity. So once the neuron is damaged, it will take several years to regain again. So that's what you can observe when a brain is damaged. The recovery rate of the patients for their neurological aspect is very low compared to the other diseases and other organs in the body. So the neurons once lost, it is very impossible to regain them again. It will take several years to regain. So that's what every minute counts. You have to make sure the patient having adequate blood supply to the brain as early as possible. So if you are able to recognize, if you are able to spot the stroke as early as possible, you are favoring the patient. Here you are favoring the patient and you are saving the life of the patient, and you are saving the patient from disability or even death sometimes. So what is this F stands for means? F stands for face. So you have to ask a person to smile. So whenever he is smiling, you can observe one side of the face will be dropping, means because due to the lack of blood supply to the brain function is diminishing. It is resulting in the lowering of the facial symptoms. So the face of the person will start dropping, and you have to ask the person to raise his hand. So whenever he is raising his hand, one arm will be in the weaker section and another arm will be in the higher, stronger section. Means he will be able to raise one hand and he will be unable to raise the another hand because of the cerebral damage which had occurred in the brain. Next thing, you have to ask him to speak. So whenever he is speaking, you can observe there will be a slurred speech in the person. You can observe the slurred speech, and the last T stands for time. So as I said, the time is very crucial here. The early you spot the disease, the early the diagnosis, the early the treatment, the early the recovery of the patient. So how you can prevent and control this stroke? So as I said, early detection, early treatment of the transient ischemic attack, it will prevent the stroke. As I said, this transient ischemic attack, it was a earlier sign, it was a warning sign for the stroke here. Next thing what you can do is lifestyle. So lifestyle is very important here. So adapting the behavior related to maintaining the health by changing the lifestyle pattern means avoiding the junk foods, avoiding the high salt, avoiding the hypertensive things, means taking the medication properly. And avoiding means maintaining the diet and controlling your blood sugars, regular health checkups. All these aspects can prevent the stroke here. So the alteration in the lifestyle will control diabetes as well as it will manage the risk factors. And behavioral changes such as smoking, such as drinking alcohol, all these things means since these are the major risk factors for the disease, if you are able to avoid these things, you can decrease the risk factors which were associated with this condition, stroke. Next thing is healthcare facilities. So the healthcare facilities, as I said, you have to go for proper follow-up. You have to go for proper checkups. So early, the once in a year or twice in a year, if you are going and checking your health, all the abnormalities can be found out early, and all the treatments can be given early, once before the onset of the disease symptoms in your body. Next one is personal working. So you have to be educated yourself. You have to be trained enough to tackle the cases. So whenever, not only you have to train the others also. Whenever a person is experiencing a stroke, whenever you are able to find out the symptoms as we have discussed here, so you can save the life of the person, and you can prevent the disability, permanent disability in the person. So next thing you can do is health education. So health education, it is the major integrate part, means it is the major part in the prevention and control of the disease stroke. So people, they should be aware of the they should be disease, they should be aware of the consequences which were associated with this ischemic stroke, and they should participate and they should contribute to the society whenever a person is experiencing this type of a condition, by early identification and by early shifting him to the hospital. Even they have to change their behavioral things, they have to modify their lifestyles, and they have to maintain their regular exercise and regular health. So this is health education which is related to the stroke. Now we'll see regarding the condition heat stroke. So what is this heat stroke means? It is a condition which is occurring from the sun. So whenever a person is exposed to the heat extremely, you can observe this heat stroke. So what is this heat stroke? So heat stroke, it is a sudden and it occurs due to the dearrangement of the central heat regulating mechanism. So when there is rearrangement, means dearrangement of the central heat regulating system, you can observe the disease condition called a stroke here. So what are all the environmental factors which are contributing to this condition? Means environmental factors which are contributing are climate, buildings and clothing, and the work the person do under the hot and unfavorable weather. All these conditions can cause the stroke, and the person is having certain personal problem also, such as deficiency of salt, gastrointestinal disorders, thyroid disease, severe water and saltless predisposed individuals. All these are some adverse effects which are related to the heat. If you see the onset of the heat stroke, so whenever a person is experiencing the heat stroke here, you can observe the following symptoms. Malaise will be there, headache will be there, and dryness of the skin, and you can observe nausea, you can observe vomiting, and irritable behavior will be there, and cramps will be there, and the temperature will be like 104 to 106 degree Fahrenheit, and you can even observe the tingling sensation. Coming to the heat stroke here, so the persons who are at risk are mainly the seniors and the children who are playing under the sun, and the athletes and outdoor workers who are constantly exposed to the sun here. So what are all the signs and symptoms? No sweating will be there, and temperature will range from 104 to 106 degree Fahrenheit, and you can observe the dry and red hot skin. Dizziness will be there, and headache will be there, and vomitings will be there, unconsciousness may be seen, and pinpoint pupils can be observed here. So how you can prevent and control the heat stroke means you have to take large amount of water, and you have to control, means whenever you are feeling this, you have to come under the shade. You have to take lots and lots of water whenever there is a profuse sweating, and you have to wear lightweight dresses, and you have to use cloths such as cotton cloths which will prevent the heat, which will prevent the heat, and there will be proper ventilation and rapid vaporization of the sweat. You have to take adequate rest during the hottest part of the day, means you should not go and work in the sun where the sun is very hot on the day. If you are going and working these working conditions, it will lead to the heat stroke in a person. So you have to avoid exposure to the sun directly during the midday when the temperature at the highest rate, and you have to increase the physical exertion gradually to enable the physiological adjustment to the heat in summer. And if you say any case of dizziness, headache, faintness, blurring vision, vomiting, and you have to go for immediate rest in the shade. You have to go for cool place. You should drink more and more water. If you are adding salt, it will be very helpful, and you have to remove your clothing, and you should allow proper ventilation to the body. So that's what you have to drink enough water, no alcohol and no caffeine. You have to do cool showering. Wear light protection, means you have to wear light protection, and do not stay in a closed car, and limit your time in the outdoor. So all these are the things which are related to this stroke. So thanks for listening. This is for today. If you like the content, please like, share and subscribe the channel, and if you have any doubts, you can drop them in the comment box. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.